Hi there and welcome back. Now today I'm going to show you how to start hitting the ball straight, just like this, every single time. Now, it's not a magic trick. It's a step-by-step process that you've got to go through and then a specific drill that's going to help you do this. So let's just get straight into it. Now the first things first is we got to look at our fundamentals, and there's a lot more fundamentals than you think. So I'm going to go through them all and show you how to get them in check so that you can start to hit the ball straight effortlessly. So you don't have swing thoughts, okay? That's the key. You want to have swing feels. Now let's get into it. So for every fundamental that's wrong, this is a fact. For every fundamental that's wrong, there's going to be a compensation that you cannot avoid in the swing. For example, if your shoulders get open like this, okay, and you're trying to swing more in to out, shallowing the club and getting the draws, if your shoulders are like this in setup, then they want to swing the arms this way. So whatever way my shoulders are oriented is the way the arms are going to be. Look, watch this. I'll change it. I'm going to keep the club swinging. This is my shoulders closed and the club swinging in to out. This is my shoulders open and the club swings out to in. And that's me not doing anything with the club. So what a lot of people do is they open up the shoulders. Well, they're already open and they're trying to swing into out and they can't create this feeling. Maybe in practice they can get it, but as soon as they get out on the course, it's very difficult to recreate. And I'm sure you've struggled with that before. So let's get straight into like the first fundamental we want to look at, which is grip. Now we want the grip to be in opposite forces and in the fingers, okay? The reason being, it helps us really stabilize that club face, okay? I see so many people that will grip it in the palms. The hands will come on from the side because, our hands are at the side of the club and they'll just grab, okay? Just like this. Now, with this palmy grip, look at how much manipulation I can get going there with my wrists and my forearms. And look what that does to the club face. Okay, so straight away we have a consistency problem. We have a club face control problem. The first thing we want to do is start by making sure the club is in the fingers, okay? You can see on this hand, it's running through the fingers and not in the palm. And the thumb here is there for leverage. So you should be able to hold the club like this in your fingers, thumb there. That's a really good way to check that that's there. Then you can bring your hand down, and this is perfect. We see the V shape here, and I can see 3 knuckles. Everyone's hand size is different, so everyone will see a different amount of knuckles, but I see 3 on mine, some people 2, some people 4. Then when it comes to this hand, we want to make sure that it's running through kind of the middle of the fingers here, okay? That's where we want the club to be. So if I go this way, that's perfect there. So we got a middle of the fingers, and I like to put them at the back of the club. A lot of people will go way in like this, and then the hand will get here. We want to have it basically just right on that middle groove of your fingers, and then you're able to wrap over with this hand, okay? And we can get it in more of a weaker position than you would see a lot of people telling you to do. Reason being, then we have opposite forces. So we've got force coming from either side of that grip, making it very easy for us to then stabilize it. It's actually unnatural for me to want to rotate that club. It's much easier to keep it consistent and to keep it stable. So that's how to get your grip locked into place, and you'll see the V shape on this hand is pointing pretty much straight up to my face. So that's us locked in with grip. Now we want to move into setup posture. What you can see is if I stand straight up like this, you can see that my hip bone and my ankle joint are perfectly in line, allowing me to walk freely, okay? Now the way people set up with their legs in a position like this, where the hip bone gets outside the ankle joint and it's no longer in line. So let me see if I can walk like that. Very strange, very weird. It's like I've had a little bit of a problem down here. So, straight away, the legs aren't going to be working for us the way we want them to. They're not going to be able to drive power and energy. What they're going to be doing is just trying to keep you in balance and keep you stable, so you're not going to use them. And we wonder why so many people are arm dominant and not body dominant. So what you want to make sure is that when you're coming into your setup, start with your legs like that. And then from there, we want to be bending from the hip. So to get over, we want to bend from the hip, not sit the butt back. Bend from the hip, that gets you over the ball. Then from there, you're going to be able to soften the legs. The knees come forward, but as you can see, everything's still in line here in terms of my ankle joint to my hip bone. And now the legs are really powerful, okay? They're not here and I'm just going to try and hold them in balance. They're really powerful. The balance is equal in the foot, in the middle of the foot, and I'm ready to really drive into the ground and push off, okay? Really can unlock the legs. That's a big thing. That would help a lot of people. So then once we get into that setup and we have the grip, now we're in a position to be able to swing a whole lot better. But we also have to make sure that our shoulders are aligned correctly. We don't want the shoulders going this way. Because if they go that way and I swing, we're going to see the ball starting left. Now, this is a 9-iron. It's not going to curve a whole lot. But again, if that was a driver, that'd have been a big slice. But if we look at the numbers here, we have minus 5.9 on the club path, and I would be in and around 0 or positive 1 to 2. And a really steep attack angle for me there. That was just by opening my shoulders. Now look what happens if I'm in that setup. So this is me in really good setup with really good grip. Okay? Watch what happens if I then really close the shoulders. Same swing. Nothing changed. Close the shoulders. Had no swing thoughts conscious there at all. Let's have a little look at the numbers on this one. We have now 3.3 into out and minus 5 in the attack angle, which is about perfect. Okay? Completely changed the flight just by moving the shoulders. So we want to make sure that when we are in setup, is the shoulders are parallel to the ball to target line. So there's a ball to target line going straight to the target. I want my shoulders parallel to that. Don't want them open, don't want them closed. So now let's see what happens if I hit a shot where the shoulders are perfectly parallel. She started right on the line. Club path here should be more central. Yeah, I get the face a little bit open, but it's still going to be a decent shot. And there we go. Club path just minus 1.1. So very much almost 0. So I'd be happy with that. Now, you can see there the importance of the setup. So let's actually show you what happens if I put I'm trying to make that same swing and put my butt way back like this and have the hip bone and the ankle joint out of line, like a lot of people do. Let's see what happens. I'm going to try and make the same swing. Legs just did nothing. Absolutely nothing. I mean, to be fair, the shot shape was all right. But I think that was more my skill level allowing me to do that than anything else. But let's see if I can just replicate that to show you the consistency is difficult with this kind of setup. Legs just don't want to work. I'm just trying to, when I really force the body back like that, or the lower body back like that, my legs don't want to work. They're just trying to keep me in balance. And now let's say for shits and giggles that we do the grip that I see everyone has, the shoulder alignment that I see everyone has, and the setup with the lower body, and see how well I can hit it like that. That's mad. So if you're setting up like that, I will tell you, you're making life very difficult. And look at how much that feels. It also feels like I've hit that so much harder, but it's gone nowhere near as far. And way more spin on it as well. Let's try it again. Do not feel it. I don't know how I'm going to hit this. So that's what it's like. That's basically what I see so many people doing. They wonder why they aren't consistent. It doesn't make sense to them. And to me, now that I do that setup and that feel, yeah. I mean, the two swings felt the same, 2 different results. But now we go straight into, we got the grip. We get our setup correct. Balance is good. Shoulder alignment's good. Same feeling of the swing. And straight away we can see a heck of a lot more consistent. But actually I need to hit a few more just to prove that. So we get into this setup. And this swing is feeling exactly the same as the swings I made with the bad setup. You can just see the consistency I'm getting now. Just by good setup. And I don't feel like I'm doing anything with the swing. That one's perfect. So guys, this should help you. There's a lot of things you're going to be doing in your setup that are incorrect. I've been able to show you that by going into those positions, it's very hard to be consistent straight away. And then by changing the setup and making it more optimal and getting it into a very good place in terms of grip, the way the lower body's aligned, and the shoulders, just those 3 things, simply just those 3 things completely changed the consistency. And I did nothing with my swing. Now we can do videos in the future where we talk a bit more about swing, because what's going to happen, guys, is that when you are in that bad setup, like you're going to have a movement pattern in your swing that's become it's become consistent to you. It's become second nature. So what happens is when you do move into this setup that I've shown you today, then the issue is that you're still going to have kind of that old movement pattern. So you're going to have really good swing drills and really good feels that'll help you move away from that. And that's what I do with the clients I work with one-to-one online on my Break 80 program. So guys, I'm going to leave it there with this video. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, I recommend you do, because we're going to be doing a lot of this going forward. And if you would like to, have a conversation with me, a free call with me, where I can show you what's going on in your swing and kind of give you an idea of what you need to do to be able to break 80 or break 90 or whatever it is your goal might be, then go down below in the description and click the link. It'll take you straight to my booking calendar, and you can book a call with me. We'll be about 45 minutes to an hour. We'll go over your entire game, and I'll be able to give you the direction to move in. And if working together is something you want to do, then we can do that. But it's a no pressure call whatsoever. So again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate your support. If you've made it this far, that's fantastic. You are the great ones. And yeah, I shall see you in the next one. Make sure to subscribe and let me know in the comments if there's anything at all that you would like to see me cover here at the wonderful simulator studio at the Blackwood, the Royal Blackwood. See you next time. Have to try this crazy setup again. See if I can get it to go straight. Ah, yes! I got it to go straight, but it feels terrible. I recommend you change setup.